This is Southwestern's dental assisting program. In just one short year, you could be a dental assistant. Sign up now for your one-year dental assisting certification.
Tokyo Bistro, a blend of traditional and modern Japanese cuisine featuring fresh local seafood, seasonal produce, and unique wine and sake selections. Fresh, healthy, and delicious. It's truly a unique dining experience on Oregon's South Coast. Visit Tokyo Bistro.
Out to Chase Berry for three. Rebound by Peyton Crispin. He's going to put it back. And hits. He got it. The Lakers hit three.
Welcome back again. Music Court on your SWOCC Lakers.
Can't get the shot to go. The Lakers win the ball game. Go! Lakers win. Lakers win. Lakers win in overtime. 108-106.
Whatever your dream, just keep chasing it. In the all-new Honda CR-V. With available features like hands-free access power tailgate, turbocharged engine, and a sharper, more stylish interior. CR-V, the best-selling SUV in America. From Honda.
My name is Warrant Officer Candidate Brandon Morey, and I am a mechanic in the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. I work on Strikers, Humvees, 5 tons, work on the vehicles, fix the vehicles, get them back in the fight. The favorite thing about being a 91 Bravo is in the event that I would have to move on from the military, I would have a good skill set to help me along and utilize in the civilian sector.
I won't cry, I won't fight, 'cause maybe one day you're gonna get it right. Here's a noteworthy clue, I like my everything blue. I like
HondaCertified.com, the easy way to search from thousands of vehicles.
From my hat to my shoes, yeah.
Congratulations, you just got accepted into college. Now, how do you pay for it? Fortunately, there are several options out there to consider. Follow this simple step-by-step guide as you figure out how to pay for college. Step 1, fill out your FAFSA? Free application for federal student aid, FAFSA. Your FAFSA will determine if you qualify for financial aid, including grants, some scholarships, work-study, and federal student loans. The good news is, most people qualify for some financial aid, which is why this is the most important step in figuring out how to pay for college. Step 2, figure out how much you may need to borrow by weighing your college costs versus your contributions, including any grants or scholarships. Some easy arithmetic will make your math teachers proud. Let's say your college of choice costs $30,000 a year after factoring in tuition, housing, books, lab fees, and a laptop. Now, let's pretend that the money found in your family swear jar, your bowling scholarship, your federal grant, and the money you saved as a scuba instructor contributes $10,000 to your college fund. Voila! This is how much you will need to cover through other means. Many families consider student loans a reliable option. Step 3. There are 2 categories of student loans you can consider, federal and private. Federal loans are made by the government and private loans are made by private lenders. In some cases, families use both to cover the cost of college. Compare student loan options by looking at their interest rates, repayment options, and fees. Interest rates vary depending on the loan type. Federal loan rates are fixed, while private loan rates can be fixed or variable and are determined by your credit quality. Adding a co-signer, like mom and dad, may help lower your interest rate. Repayment options for federal and private loans are also different. Some providers require in-school payments, some don't. Take a look at these now and choose an option that makes sense for you. Watch out for fees. Fees can be charged upfront or in repayment, and they add to the total cost of the loan, so you end up paying more back. Step 4. Factor in other benefits when researching a loan. Some reduce your interest rate and some give you cash back. For example, Discover student loans have no fees and give you a cash reward for a 3.0 GPA or equivalent. Let's go through these steps one more time, just in case you needed a refresher. Step 1, fill out your FAFSA. Step 2, weigh your school cost versus your contributions. Maximize any free money like personal savings, grants, and scholarships before considering loans. Step 3, compare interest rates, repayment options, and fees. Step 4, take into account any benefits the loan provider may offer. Don't forget that you can continue to reduce the amount you need to borrow with scholarships. If you are an eligible current or college-bound student, you can enter to win a $2,500 Discover Student Loan Scholarship Award. Head over to collegecovered.com to
And welcome back.
We are back. This is going to be not a dinosaur story like the classic movie We're Back, but this is going to be a League of Legends story today. And that's the kind of story I like.
And it seems we were just told that someone is having headset issues.
Aw, man, headset issues. Well, that's okay. At least it's not connectivity issues.
Like last time.
But who are the teams that we're getting this time around?
We are getting the Swashbucklers and the Homerians, if I can say that name.
Homerians?
Homerians?
The Homerians.
It's a special name, that's for sure.
And the Swashbucklers.
Yep, and as we can see, the Swashbucklers already have a little white detail, so it was a little hard to see their...
No wonder it was so hard to see their logo earlier.
But now we can see it's actually quite fancy when you look at it.
Why are the... Now, I'm trying to think of, like, what the logos are, like, what their choice was. I can see Swashbucklers, looks like a pirate hat and some swords, but the Homerians seem to have, like, a castle of some kind.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's supposed to mean something that we just don't know, so maybe we could probably get an explanation later on when we ask one of the players.
Maybe it's going off of, like, Homer, like the Greek Homer and the Odyssey and all of that stuff. But I don't think there were any castles in there. More like, you know, monsters and legends and stuff.
Yeah, it's a very interesting choice. It's maybe most likely it's going to be based off of the name of their, it looks like their team captain, basically.
Ah. So that way we can actually see the logos a little bit better. Just waiting on some headset issues before we launch.
We'll have the players get all ready, and once they're ready and they have our go signal, they can start whenever.
I mean, I'm fine with them starting right now. Let's play with the headset issues.
Yeah, let's have one of them.
An
just
extra
have,
challenge.
Yeah, no, the other team needs that handicap, obviously.
Maybe
they had this. They had this
maybe
all
they're
planned
just
out.
Too good, but we never know for
Oh,
sure.
and we're starting. It looks like. So let's get these decals off.
Let's
the
see
screen.
who
We can
our
see their
bands are first gonna be. So this is going to be interesting because this is new teams. We don't know what their strategies are. So these first bands are going to really show their coaches really have done if they've done their research.
I know the...
Vayne, right off the bat, she is one of those heroes that I never liked going against either.
I don't like going against her either, especially when she hits that 6 and she's able to go invisible from every cue.
And the Jax ban getting locked in.
We've seen a lot of Jax recently, so I'll be
It's
happy to see something
understandable.
new.
I don't want to see Jax in these games. That gets a little bit boring.
We want to spice it up.
And we got Riven as another ban.
Riven's just never going to get played, apparently.
I mean, that's understandable. Nasus also getting that ban. I remember watching some professional league, and whenever CLG was playing and Huhi, if I remember his name correctly, they would always ban the Aurelian Soul because he was a monster with that and could get level 1 roam ganks.
Yeah, because Aurelian Soul, he started Q, basically, right, on his ganks?
I think so. It was the whatever skill had that
where
around.
it basically creates a little star.
Yep, and Master Yi getting the ban.
As I like to call him, Master Easy.
Master Easy.
And Talon.
Oh, Talon getting that ban.
The only team I really have any good notice about is the Swashbucklers. They do have several weak arrows that they did need to work on, but I think they did work on from last time I saw their scrims, because they actually did scrim against Team Never Dies.
So Yasuo getting picked, Garen getting the pick. He was one of the first heroes that I got to play as.
Same. Garen's my first champion.
Because Demacia, as they say.
Demacia. Or Justice for him.
Yeah, that was always a fun one too.
But Garen versus Yasuo, that matchup very much heavy favors Garen because he does counter Yasuo in a sense. Yep. But a good Yasuo can still beat a Garen, so we'll see how that goes. And the Ashe is always the safe pick to have. Ashe is still a strong laner, so I'm not 100% surprised to see Ashe being picked. But now, as we're seeing,
Kled.
So it looks like Yasuo might actually be going in the mid lane this time.
And Nunu getting that pick.
You haven't seen Nunu's rework.
No,
right?
that's definitely new.
Yeah.
New to me.
It's Nunu and Willem. That was actually the Yeti's name this entire time.
Well, I did not know that. So Kayla Nocturne getting the pick.
And Kale also got a rework as well, if you notice.
I used to play Kayla a little bit.
It's a lot of her abilities being updated and a lot of visual. And also Morgana got a buff. Well, not buff, but a visual update as well. But the sisters, they have a lot more lore onto them. And it's very interesting to say. But Nunu's a very strong jungler, and they also picked Nocturne for their jungle. So it's a very interesting what they have. They also have the Thresh, and we've seen some Thresh doing some good, so we can see if they're able to still do
Gotta wonder who that last pick is going to be.
Ezreal, one of my favorite ADCs.
Oh, dang it, Ez.
He actually recently did get nerfed.
And the Twisted Fate getting picked.
Twisted Fate, also one of my favorite champions as well for the mid lane. But if he's going against Yasuo, he really needs to watch out.
I remember when Twisted Fate first came out, he was very overpowered because of the Team Global Gold that they could get. Usually teams would have like a 10 to 15k gold advantage just because Twisted Fate was on their team.
Yeah, I remember that. I didn't get to play at that time, but I do remember he had also like a global ult on one of his abilities that's not his ult, which is pretty amazing.
Yep, so you gotta hope Twisted Fate's gonna be in there to get those yellow card stuns.
If it's not blocked by the Yasuo wind wall.
That's going to be the challenge there. And then Ezreal has that global ult essentially to counter essentially an Ashe arrow.
Yeah, it's mostly based on damage. It's not. I wouldn't say it brings a lot of utility. If he's able to hit it, it's really good, and it can pass through everyone, so it's not stopped. And Kale is actually an extremely late game champ, so she could definitely do a lot of work if she reaches level 11, because for her new passive, she gains these little form changes that upgrades her abilities. It's pretty nice.
Because I remember you would always want to go with a Rage Blade as one of your items, because it would increase your attack as you did more attacks, and Kale had stacks of burn that would go on as well, so she could essentially become the quickest character out there as far as attacks go, and then would just devastate crowds.
Yeah, she still has that effect as well. You can still build Rage Blade on. Actually, it's pretty essential to build Rage Blade on her, because the more attacks she does like even stronger effects. You'll be able to see it in game, because she still gains the really upgraded passive, especially when attacking. But from what I really want to see from the Swashbucklers is their jungle presence, because jungle presence has been very important this entire game, especially in the last 2 games that we saw. The jungle presence has really changed up what the game meant. So if Nunu or Nocturne, they gotta really either effectively set up good ganks, because Nocturne's a really nice ganker in the sense, especially if he's level 6, he can just zoom in on a target.
Yeah, and with Nunu, as far as I remember, he had the absolute zero that was that area effect, cooling down everybody that was there, slowing him down, not letting him attack, and then stunning him. If it was if I remember that right. Since the update, has that been changed?
They did change his ult. It still has the charge up, but it no longer stuns. It does a lot of damage, and it actually gives Nunu a shield now. And he actually has this new ability on his W called the biggest snowball ever, and it's just as the name implies.
How big of a snowball is it?
Bigger than Willow.
That is a big snowball.
You will be able to see it in game. It builds up over time as it increases in movement speed. It's a really nice effective, and if you're able to hit the snowball onto someone, it's pretty nice. It doesn't do a lot of damage unless you're full AP Nunu, then it one-shots someone.
Ooh,
but we'll see how this goes.
We gotta see if that's how they're gonna play this Nunu.
Yeah, their team captain's playing Nunu, so he has to represent. And we see they're already in game. So we're going to be able to see, because we're about 5 seconds away from our gameplay.
Man, those are some pretty keyboards. I love that rainbow light up backlight on those keyboards.
Yeah, my keyboard has that as well. It's very nice.
So you got to wonder what their strategies are going to be as we're getting ready to launch into this game. We're just going into that loading screen for us here.
Yeah, all the players are ready. There's a lot of rewards hanging off on this. They want to win this. And it looks like we will have Kled and Garen being able to face each other in the top lane. So we will see mid lane being most likely either Yasuo and Twisted Fate against each other. And in the bot lane, it's going to actually be Ashe and Kale. So that's going to be interesting to be able to see.
Kale is a support character? I never played Kale as support.
She can be played as support, but she's mostly played as, funny enough, an ADC or a top laner. She can... Honestly, at the point, she could play a lot of roles, since I think everyone's still finding what's most effective on her. I've seen her being most effective on top lane or ADC, but she has that heal, so maybe that's what they're thinking of trying to do, and the damage she can also provide. She doesn't have as much utility as Thresh can, so we'll see what beats this. Thresh utility or Kale healing and damage.
Yeah, that's going to be the matchup to watch.
Yeah, we also see the Swashbucklers team captain getting all ready to play the game still. Keep calm and let the
keep calm and let the battle begin. So that's what you want to do, but you got to think team fight phase in this one. It's who are going to be those people to watch during team fight.
I would say Yasuo would be very interesting to see what he could do in team fights, and we are now loaded into the game. But for Yasuo, if he's able to get an effective ult off, like say a 3-man ult, he would be able to destroy the enemy team since they are pretty squishy. But Kale does have her ultimate. They did change her ultimate to where not only does it apply onto you, it can also apply like an on-hit effect where it you'll be able to see it. Maybe I shouldn't spoil to those who actually don't know what it is yet. It's going to be quite nice to see.
So it is going to be Yasuo and Twisted Fate in the middle.
And we got Nocturne. He's actually going to be starting blue buff. And where will Nunu be starting? It looks like he's going to be starting red. And it looks like it's a nice visual update here. As you can see, this Nunu actually looks a lot different from the last time you saw Nunu.
Yeah, the last Nunu I saw was a blue Yeti creature that had,
This is zombie Nunu.
Looks like a teddy bear of sorts that you would be riding on. Not like Annie with tippers, but this one is a more aggressive looking Nunu.
Oh yeah, he is definitely a lot more aggressive. He's not as passive as the last Nunu was, so we'll see how this will work. And they're going to leash over here, get a nice leash over here, and Garen is protecting this tower. So good thing that tower's protected by him.
You know, Demacia does protect us all, as far as I've heard.
Yeah, there's actually a bunch of lore updates that actually sheds a new light on Demacia. So maybe when you can look up that lore, and who knows, maybe your opinion about Demacia would change afterwards.
Nah, I don't like to pay attention to the lore. It's more about how cool the people look. That's really what I care about.
We got Garen having a late start over here, so we'll see what happens in top lane. We got mid lane, Yasuo still doing his thing. But in teamfight scenarios, Kayle is very effective in teamfights, especially once she starts getting her passive off. Because if we read her passive over here, it has Divine Ascent. Level 1, level 6, level 11, level 16. Level 11 is when it gets really good, because her attack range is increased. Because right now she's a melee unit at the moment at level 1.
Yeah, and then she gets that extra range and the burn damage from not being one of her abilities.
And we'll see how this goes. We got them just basically, it's going to be light trades over here. Oh wait, we'll see what happens. Oh, look, he wasn't going to go in on that, it seems like.
No, you don't want to turn around and go for that one. I think that's going to be a bad matchup in the middle for Yasuo and Twisted Fate on Twisted Fate's half.
Like I said, if we think about what... Oh, wait, he's actually going in. Oh, but he flashed away, so he doesn't have to worry too much. He had the burn flash, though.
But
so.
First blood getting scored on the bottom lane there against Kayle.
It seems like the Thresh utility is actually coming into effect, like I was thinking about. And Ezreal able to full up, because he has a strong... Ezreal has like a strong early game, I'd like to say, but he's mostly a scaling champ. Especially since it actually got nerfed, because he used to go a double tier build, which was really nice. And there's an action in mid lane that we also in. There's a bunch of action just blazing off already. And Nocturne's going to go and see if he can finish off the skill. He is level 2, however, so we'll see how this works. Yasuo did ignite him. He's trying to escape, but will this work? It seems like he can almost get the kill, and Nocturne gets the kill. And we got action in the bot lane, and Ezreal gets a kill on the Ashe as well. It's a very interesting scenario that's going up. It seems like bot lane and mid lane's going in for nice wins, but Nocturne is still able to somewhat set aside the differences by getting a kill of his own.
Yeah, it looks like he's going up. No, that's it. I was going to say he was going to go steal, but that is his own jungle area that he's looking at. Looks like Ezreal holding off Kayle in the bottom lane fairly well. Yeah. All I'm looking at is the portraits on the mini-map just scrunch together, then go apart. So nothing really too happening as Garen's making a move at the top.
We'll see how this is going. They're just really close to each other because Garen is trying to see us while it's really close to his tower. He seems to be a little spooked by the Kled. I mean, I wouldn't be, I'm not ashamed by that. Kled is actually crazy, so...
We got to watch out. That's where you got to think. Those people that actually know the game and know all of the different champions or have played as them.
Speaking of knowing how to play, Thresh got him with the flame, got him with the hook, and Ashe is trying to escape right now. As we say, this tournament does accept everyone of all skills. So Swashbucklers, they are what you can call them the beginners team. They're still learning. They are still a force to be reckoned with if you're not careful. And as I said, Thresh still gets the flay and the hook off, and they're still trying their best. They're not going to go down quietly. Nocturne still got a kill, and they're only 2 kills ahead, so it's still too early.
Looks like Nocturne going for the gank in the top lane, but I believe they saw it coming.
Yep, because when he has a ward right here, he was able to see the Nocturne walk from the tri-bush over here all the way over here, so Kled had a chance to back up.
Yeah, so that's where vision is really important in these in the rivers, so that way you can prevent yourself from actually getting into a situation where you die and just end up giving the opponents even more gold and even more of an advantage.
We got Nunu. I haven't seen Nunu doing too much this game, so we'll see if he's able to maybe provide us with an interesting gank. You will like his biggest snowball, because it is, as the name suggests, a huge snowball. And we got in top lane. We got Kled. It looks like it's going to be more of a passive lane over here. Garen is trying to make sure he doesn't die, which is not bad. Trying to make sure you don't die to an enemy laner is not a bad strategy, but it looks like from when we look at the CS, he is missing. Kled has a big CS lane. He's over 20 CS over Garen, so unfortunate for him.
So what you got to make sure as you're going through this whole thing, I think the overall strategy, if I remember this game right, kill the enemies And don't die. Just in a nutshell, that's what League of Legends is. Kill the enemies, don't die.
Kill the enemies, push the towers, and kill the Nexus, because that's how you win the game. Because you could have 100 kills, and it'd make the end of the game really easily, but it all matters if you're able to get that juicy Nexus. And if you're not able to do that, then that's not really a win, no matter how good your KDA is.
Seems this is going to be a little more reserved of a match.
Yeah, they're still trying to get their strategies, because right now, Kale just needs to scale. If she is able to scale and keep up with her healing, but as you can notice, her abilities use up a lot of mana. So right now, she has no mana to really use much of her abilities. So she has to be careful, because they could get ganked, and they don't have much vision. They have little to no vision over here, the same where their enemy Nunu is. And Nunu, let's see how well Nunu's doing. Nunu is actually ahead of the Nocturne in terms of CS, because he's able to farm a lot more.
Looks like Thresh coming in at the bottom, down through River.
Let's see how this is going. Is he able to hit a hook? Oh, wait. Oh, that's embarrassing to have. The Flash Flay was not able to get the Kale. And Nocturne, it looks like he wants to go in, but this is a 2v1. Ash is not really there to support him. Thresh is walking up. Thresh has Moby Boots, if I'm correct. Thresh does not have Moby Boots yet. Moby Boots is very good on Thresh. In a way, it would provide a lot of roaming potential, because Thresh is a very heavy roaming champion. Oh, there's the biggest snowball, or in this one, looks like a snot ball.
I mean, that looked like a sludge ball to me. So they're going to take down this Skydrake. It looks like it's going to be uncontested. So that's going to give them some increased movement speed.
And that would make it even better for this team. They're able to rotate more around the map. And next Dragon's going to be Infernal Drag. So it seems like for this game, Cloud Drag and Infernal are the favorites.
Yeah,
we haven't seen much of Ocean Drag, unfortunately.
Which is understandable. You know, Cloud Drake and the Infernal Drake's giving you that increased movement speed and that increased damage against champions. Those are going to be ones that are highly contested.
Wait, he doesn't know. We're having the same situation where both of the junglers just do not know they're in each other's jungles. Well, Nunu knows, but this poor Nocturne does not know. And Nunu is level 6, so if they wanted to fight, Nunu has a high chance of winning. He's coming around. Oh, they're both level 6 now. Nocturne just does not notice. And now
there's the team. There's the fight right there, and I think this is going to go in favor of Red.
Yeah, it's going in favor of Nocturne, but he's using his ult, and Ezreal stole the kill.
Hey, well, that's okay, but Nocturne still got that kill.
Yeah, he still got that kill. That's the thing.
I think Ezreal was going for the save.
Yeah, that's the point. Yes, he was going for the save, but it was just a little itty-bitty too late because they just did not know they're in each other's. They were near each other, and right now we have a little battle over here, and unfortunately, Kale got caught by the Thresh because that Thresh utility coming in hot once again.
You gotta watch out for that claw. Well, I guess it's the chain on the scythe, if I remember correctly. It'll just pull you right back into the team.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really want that, so you want to try to avoid that as much as possible. And right now, Kale is only level 5 compared to Thresh, who is now level 6. So Thresh has his ult, and we don't have any Kale ults to speak of yet. And Kale ult, it's really nice because it provides a little AoE zone to where you'll see, it's going to be really nice, but it's definitely different. And Kale cannot actually attack during her ult, even when she uses it on someone else, so that's something to keep in mind. And Yasuo going in on the TF, uses his ult, knocks him up. TF does not have flash. Can he get away? But he does not get away, unfortunately for him. And we got in the top lane, Nocturne and Nunu are fighting. Kled's coming in for the assist. He's trying to run away, but Kled uses his ult to catch up, and now he's got caught. And sadly, he's not going to live for this one.
This is where you got to be careful as a team. It's where vision comes important. Communication is key for these games.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it seems like from Red side, they do not have the vision necessary to be able to stop whatever they're trying to do. Because they're able to get spot out by Blue side's own vision. Because you can see here, this is actually a vision ward. It's actually a control ward, I'd like to call it, because this doesn't run out. This can only be destroyed. And we just missed a kill in top lane. It looks like that Garen could not avoid Kled's assault for too long. And we got some action in the bot lane, it looks like. They're trying to get this tower. And as you can see, that is what Kale looks like when she uses her abilities a little bit more. She got all of her auto attacks.
There came the Ezreal ult across the lane and changing everything up and just double kill for Thresh.
Yeah, now I better see some AD Thresh or I'm going to be a little disappointed. With that double kill, you better use it well. Because it's nice when support gets kills because he's able to get a lot of utility items at first. But if Thresh is the only one to get kills, then Ezreal might be a little behind. But he's able to make a roam over here. As I was saying, Thresh is a very roaming champion. And with that hook, he was able to put TF a little bit high in the air to where Yasuo could ult off it. So that's why he was able to ult the TF. But thankfully Nocturne was here to assist TF. But he gets ults again, and he ults Nocturne, plays him in. Yasuo's over here trying to take him out. And he got ignited. Nunu's here for the assist, and he just could not make it.
And here comes the rest of the team to collapse it down.
Yep, and Thresh through the Lantern. They bring Nunu to safety as they dived. And now they're going to try to work on getting those mid plates.
I would clear that mid tower out.
Yeah.
That would be my plan.
Yeah, because at 14 minutes, the plates actually disappear. So if they can get all this, that's a lot of gold. So yeah, they're going to be taking out that tower. Bot lane's trying to push those slaves. Top lane's trying to gather as much farm as possible. And it seems like this might be... They are 10k ahead of the poor red team. Red team's doing its best, but they just have to hold out. Because who knows, if they can scale, that's the problem with scaling champions. Once they get behind, they are just not that strong.
And here comes Ezreal and Thresh from behind. Going to be able to push them into their own tower, so this is dangerous.
Oh, and there's the kill I was talking about, the little AoE zone. It's nice and very pretty, but unfortunately not going to be what you need.
And that's going to be a killing spree.
And that's the problem with late game champions. When you're versed against early game champions, if you get behind, it's almost nigh impossible to really make a good comeback from.
No, and that's probably what is going to be happening in this match. You gotta wonder if that's the strategy they'll be taking into the second match.
It seems like these teams will have to change up their strats because they have. Oh wait, Thresh just barely missed that hook and missed the flay as well, unfortunately. But who knows? Maybe he won't miss next time. And we got TF versus Yasuo here. Yasuo is just auto attacking this poor TF and ults him, and yep, not gonna be able to live that one, unfortunately.
And that is one dead fate.
That is one dead man. And from the claps, I'm guessing they probably FF at 15, because that's also a new thing. You can actually FF at 15 if you feel like you're not going to be able to win this game.
What do you mean by FF?
Forfeit.
Oh, okay. Because normally I was like, I'm forfeiting at 15, but everybody out there is seeing the same stream that we are right now. So that was probably clapping for that nice Yasuo kill.
It could also be that, but we'll see just at the 15-minute mark and see what they decide to do. And that poor Ashe getting caught by the Thresh utility.
And there is a legendary kill.
Oh, and there's the biggest snowball. Or actually the biggest sledge ball, snowball. It looks like a giant snowball.
I mean, it also looked like it was the souls of the dead that were kind of in there. And we are on a Yasuo killing spree.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. And who knows, right now they could do drag if they wanted to. It looks like Nunu's getting the same idea as I am, and he's going for it.
You just got to go for that dragon, because that Infernal Dragon's going to give you extra damage against the opponent's champions as they're taking down a tower.
And there's no reason for them to not go for it as well. I mean, they have no one to really contest for it since the enemy team is still all the way back at base, so they just get it for free. Oh, and this poor TF is getting caught. And looks like the team captain was able to show us a nice juicy kill with his little biggest snot ball, or soul ball, whichever he likes to call it. That could be a special attack.
And are they going to be going for the Rift Herald at this point?
Let's see if they do grab Shelly. Because Shelly is a very nice thing to have. They could really put the nail in the coffin if they wish. And it looks like they know that Nocturne is here because he passed over this vision ward and didn't clear it. And so now he's getting jumped by the entire blue team. And he just cannot do anything about it. And they take his red. Poor Nocturne. Oh, it looks like they're all going for Garen as well because they spotted him on the minion vision. But let's see if... Oh, Garen doesn't know.
Garen's toast.
He doesn't know.
Definitely warm, buttery toast.
He just did not see them. It's because of the lack of vision once again. Once you just don't have that vision on the enemy team come for you, you're just gone. You're kaput. And we got over here. Ezreal is getting pretty confident. He's thinking he can 1v2, and he most likely can.
You don't want to, even if you're at a 21 kill advantage, you don't want to be going 1v2.
Yeah, because if you give away that bounty, it's gonna look kind of embarrassing. And right now, Ezreal has a 700 gold bounty. So that's pretty nice. Oh no, the poor TF getting jumped by everyone once again. Hit by that snowball. Hit by the foreman. They're now, it's the goon squad.
Warm, buttery toast once again.
Oh, looks like Ezreal got the 1v2 off as well. And that's a nice double kill for him.
Oh my goodness.
A well-earned double kill by Ezreal as he 1v2s the
There we go. Blue team summoning the Rift Herald in the middle. That's going to be going for that mid lane towers.
And it looks like I was wrong about that prediction from earlier. They're not FFing. They are fighting. They want to stay in this game. So I'll give it the red team. They're very determined to try their best.
So it looks like there goes the inhibitor.
They got caught by that because right now the Homerians are really pushing in really hard. They're gonna take the towers, but red team gets destroyed. The poor Swashbucklers are just not able to hold it in. Their towers are going out. The Swashbucklers are now defeated.
GG right there. GG at 17 minutes.
The Homerians take game 1. And that's a good on them. A well-deserved victory by them.
We'll take a short commercial break and be right back with the next match.
Domino's delivery drivers are experts at handling bad roads. But those roads shouldn't ruin your pizza when you carry out. So we're doing something about them, starting with this one. If your drive home is rough on pizza, tell us at pavingforpizza.com so we can fix roads across the country. Then carry out large 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each.
Southwestern Oregon Community College gave me the opportunity for a new career doing something I love. I'm Amber Yardley, and 3 years ago, I knew I needed to make a career change for myself and my family. With the support of staff, my academic advisor, and the instructors at SWOCC, I now have a dream job and the confidence to continue my education. Contact Southwestern Oregon Community College and start the journey to your new career today.
They would probably have fun to do it, just for the fun of it.
And we are back.
So it looks like right off of the bat, Homerians are going to be banning Riven, and the Swashbucklers are banning Jax, and now they're banning Thresh.
Yeah, it looks like the Swashbucklers just do not want to deal with that Thresh utility from like last time.
I don't blame them. That last match was rough, and Thresh was at the center of all of that. And there goes the Nocturne ban, which it's understandable.
I can appreciate that ban. They're giving respect to the Nocturne. He was able to do things, but they just got ahead so fast the Homerians were just able to take that win.
Yep,
but they are paying respect to it.
And the Yasuo ban as well, which Understandable, because Yasuo and Thresh were causing a lot of problems, and Master Yi getting that final ban from the Homerians.
It seems like everyone was doing a little bit of research on each other.
And Xin Zhao.
Xin Zhao. They also
Xin Zhao. I cannot say that correctly.
It's either Xin Zhao. Yeah, I think it's Xin. I always just call him Xin.
I believe if we're going with Chinese pronunciations, we're both wrong, though.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because I don't speak Chinese or Mandarin.
Yeah.
So we've got LeBlanc being picked, as well as Lee Sin. Caitlyn Morgana got a rework, definitely.
Yeah, she no longer looks like a skeleton.
You know, I kind of liked that she looked like a skeleton, because she was kind of like an undead thing in my eyes at that point.
She's actually a fallen angel. That's what her lore actually is.
But I was going by Arthurian legends, you know, Morgana being the foil to Merlin.
All right.
That's where I was going with it, but apparently that's not where Riot wanted to go with it, which is understandable. It's their game, not mine.
And it looks like they're going to have a LeBlanc and Lee Sin. They're actually going with a bunch of new champions that we haven't seen yet. LeBlanc, Lee Sin, Braum, and Jhin. Lee Sin is a very heavy early game powerhouse, so that's really nice to see the jungler actually picking that, wanting to make plays. And Urgot. You haven't seen Urgot's rework yet.
I can't remember. See, this is where I'm like, I can't remember. I remember Dr. Mundo, Misfortune way back in the day. If I remember, Urgot's the guy that throws out a lot of poison clouds. Or was that someone else?
Yeah, he changed quite a lot. He's now Mr. Spiderlegs. I'll be able to show you in game, but he is
Mr. Spiderlegs? I don't like Mr. Spiderlegs. That doesn't sound like fun.
Oh, it's fun for him though, because he gets to be able to. He has like little shotgun cannons on his little spider legs. It's pretty intense.
Yeah. So we're just getting ready to get going here. So. Look, the entire strategy has been flipped upside down for everybody. It looks like all the teams have basically brand new loadouts.
They're trying something new, because for Team Swashbuckler, whatever they tried last time did not work. They need something different.
So Swashbucklers definitely respected the Yasuo and Thresh that kind of put them in the dirt last time around.
Yeah, that Yasuo versus TF was not good for TF, and Yasuo made sure to punish him whenever TF just slightly was out of sync. Because for Yasuo, he could just dash through minions and make it onto the enemy laner. And for TF, he's very immobile, and Yasuo has a way to stop your gold card if you were trying to hit him.
Alex, you're coming to me.
So these are the Homerians that you're looking at right now.
Yeah, they're already in game, but with our delay, we can only just see their screens. But it looks like they're getting ready to get into game. Well, they are in game, but
they're definitely in game.
Yeah.
But are they mentally there in game? And these are the Swashbucklers right here, as you can see.
Yeah, they want to make their comeback.
And that's the hope for the Swashbucklers. I'm betting that's why they banned the Yasuo and the Thresh, hoping that the other folks weren't as practiced and were able to then get an advantage.
Yeah, they'll take whatever advantage they can get. And for right now, I'm thinking if they put Morgana in the mid lane.
No, I'm thinking Morgana's going to be their support.
Yeah, if we look, they did pick Misfortune and Caitlyn. So that's 2 ADCs. So I'm wondering if it's going to be an AP MF support. I have seen that a couple of times, and it would be an interesting strat if they did use that.
I'm thinking that the Morgana is going to be down there to support Misfortune, because Caitlyn could handle herself in top lane with traps and all kinds of other goodies that she has.
But they also do have a Dr. Mundo. So we'll be able to see when we get in the game what their plans actually are. Because they do have Braum and Jhin. I don't think of Braum and Jhin as too much as like a power combo. Because for Braum's passive, whenever you melee attack or use your ability onto an enemy champion, when you use that, it just... and you're able to get like 4 more successful attacks, it stuns, basically. And that's his passive. Braum has a really amazing passive, and for Jhin, he has 4 autos before he has to reload. So it's very interesting to see how they're going to try to make that combo work. And Urgot, he can be very devastating in top lane, especially if he gets off and running.
And if I remember right, Braum is the guy with the shield.
Yep, the guy whose heart is the strongest muscle. That's one of his quotes.
You know, I thought your tongue is one of your strongest muscles, but apparently your heart's even stronger than that.
Braum's a big guy, so I could believe him. And for LeBlanc, LeBlanc is going to be a very interesting assassin to see if she could probably most likely one-shot the Misfortune in Caitlyn, because she has a high probability of doing that.
Yeah. And that's, if Miss Fortune is still the same, she has that cone ultimate at the end where she just like blasts everything in a what feels like a 1,000,000-foot cone in front of her, and you can't exactly run away from that.
Yes, she does indeed still have that, and it's still just as effective.
So hopefully this is where they're able to turn it around, and the Swashbucklers are then able to come back and defeat the Homerians this time around.
Yeah, what they need now, they need to just find a kink in the Homerians' armor, because they seemed very devastating in the first game. So if they're just able to find just something, just a small chance of hope that they could probably make one of their teammates just super fed and possibly carry, then they have a high chance of winning. They just need to find that opportunity and take it.
Yeah, and based off of how the Homerians have been playing, that is not something that they're going to allow for them. There is no way that they're going to let that happen.
So right now we're loading into the game, and once we load in, we'll be able to show you our perspectives. The Game Master's perspective. And now we're all loaded up here. We can see everyone is starting to get ready to go to their respective lanes. We got the Homerians over. The Homerians are now actually the red team, and the Swashbucklers are now on the blue team this time. So that's going to be really nice. So now as we're moving forward, we got everyone going to respective lanes. We got LeBlanc going mid, and Kate, it looks like your assumption was right, sort of. Instead of Kate going top lane, Kate is actually going mid lane.
There we go. And Morgana going bot lane with Miss Fortune.
Oh, it looks like they're going to do an invade, actually. They got a 4-man over here, and Urgot is just sitting by his... Oh, yeah, there's Urgot's mom, by the way, Mr. Spider Legs.
Oh, yeah. Okay, see, I get him confused with another guy who looks all green and poisony.
Yeah. But it seems like no one knows that they're here because no one was able to place any vision or was able to see them. No one... What I like to think of like an early defense that everyone should have is that everyone should be in the separate like little lanes, like entrance to the jungle from here to here a little bit, so you can see if you're about to be invaded. Because right now, the Swashbucklers have no idea that they're here, and they're able to place early vision, which is going to be huge for Lee Sin. So he can have an idea of where their Xin Xiao is going to be. They have a lot of vision early on, so that's going to be really nice for them. And Xin Xiao's going to start blue buff over there. He has Mundo's help. And Caitlyn is going to be fighting LeBlanc all by her lonesome. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, when I used to play back in the day, when I was going bot lane, that is where we would stand. We would stand near mid lane bushes. So that way we could see if anybody was coming to invade. And if they did, we ran away and let people know.
Or perhaps possibly cheese them. That's also a strategy you could do. And it looks like they're coming down here as well. Morgana started Black Shield. But it looks like, wait, is this an early kill possibly? Brahm's passive going off, Jin's attack going in, she used exhaust on him, and that's first blood.
That was a quick first blood within the first 2 minutes of the game. That's
yeah, the
huge.
bot lane's already being devastating to them. They didn't respect the fact that they could come this way and possibly get nice damage on them. And Morgana also started Black Shield, which blocks CC, but she used it just too early was the problem. And we have Kate over here who's fighting against the LeBlanc. She is able to get some poke off with her Q and is able to be somewhat effective. But with LeBlanc's abilities, it might be difficult to really get that off properly. And we got Mundo fighting against Urgot, and he seems like he's doing decent, somewhat.
So Mundo is one of those later game champions where they just build and build, and then they start to snowball by the end of the game, and they just become a huge tank beast.
It looks like Mundo's trying to go in for a fight, but...
Respect Mundo, come now. He had full health. What were you doing?
Yeah, it looks like he just did not think... He thought... Because Mundo does have a lot of regeneration, so he thought he could just regen some of the HP. And Xin Xiao's trying to fight the LeBlanc, but that's not going to work out. It looks like he's going to back off.
And is Xin Xiao going to go to the bottom now? Nope. Change direction, head back towards the mid.
And it looks like bot lane got another kill on the Misfortune, seeing she's coming back, and she's still only level 1, unfortunately. And LeBlanc got Xin Xiao. So it looks like he tried to do a return gank. And
no, you don't want to do that, and that's going to give them the advantage in mid lane now with both red and blue buff.
So while this new comp does not seem like it's working out, but who knows, they might be able to switch it up. MF's still getting hit by the Braum passive, so if she gets all that 4, because it does do bonus damage if you get all 4 stacks. Not only stuns, but that little bonus damage as well is also quite effective. And we got Lee Sin. We haven't seen much from Lee Sin. He's an early game powerhouse, so I want to try to see if he'll get off some really juicy ganks and try to be able to really effectively get either his top lane or maybe his mid lane ahead. Because his bot lane does not need him, and his mid lane got to kill off their jungler.
So it's the Homerians who are really dominating this early game so far with 4 kills to nothing and about a 3K gold advantage roughly. So that's a huge lead that they've got right now. So you gotta be a little bit safer if you are on the Swashbucklers side.
Yeah, the Swashbucklers, I would say they do have a stronger early game compared to last time, but the Homerians just have a much stronger early game compared. And oh wait, Urgot went and grabbed him because that's one of his new abilities. He lunges forwards and grabs his opponent and puts him right behind him.
So that's where Mundo not having proper respect there for the Urgot player.
Now gets defeated and added onto his kill list. And Braum misses that Q, expecting the misfortune to dodge, but she stood with no fear. You can see how this is going. It seems like they are quite effectively ahead, but if we look over here, Infernal is going to be one of the new dragons spawning in, so that's going to be nice.
That's going to be first dragon for them, so you got to wonder, are the Homerians going for dragon?
And we can see the live shot over here. Those are the Swashbucklers. They're working as hard as they can to try and get this bread. They want to get this victory.
As we are now on a killing spree in the bottom lane.
And that's just unfortunate for them. They're doing the best they can, but they just unfortunately are just not able to find the opportunities they need to try and just take these wins. And Lee Sin can just power farm all he wants without having to worry about his lanes. So we need to see what their jungler will be able to do to just try and counter this. What will Xin do to try and bring this victory back? We haven't seen much of him either.
Yeah, the Homerians having a dominant presence both in the jungle and in lane right now. So having the Swashbucklers on the ropes.
Oh, wait, we can see, wait, will she live? Oh, she barely lives, but she's walking back in and letting LeBlanc kill her.
Caitlyn, come now. You got to go back when you've got that little health.
Yeah, it seems like just the Swashbucklers are just not given the respect that the Homerians do deserve. And Xin Shao's going for the fight, but he's in a very bad position since he's in between their entire team and is just not able to do anything.
There's the pincer move.
And that's Dragon for them, unless MF is able to get the ultimate steal of a lifetime.
No, definitely. I wouldn't go for that one if I was Misfortune at this point.
It's just, there is a little no chance, and it looks like the Homerians are going to get the smite off, so you know what, they could be very cocky. Nope, they got the smite off, so they don't have to worry about too much.
Why waste the smite?
They don't want to risk anything. They don't want MF to get that lucky... Wait, we'll see what's going on here. There's a little action over here. There's a little action over here. But will MF live is the question. MF just barely gets out with death at the door.
If you're Misfortune, you're going to be hugging that tower for a little while until your support laner gets back.
Yeah, if we look at the level difference, we have Misfortune's actually level 3 compared to Jin, who is level 5. So he has 2 abilities that are slightly stronger than hers because he was able to level them up. And it looks like she used heal a little bit early, unfortunately. Oh, wait, and she just stood still. She wasn't able to get away, and now she got stunned by the Braum and is now eliminated effectively.
And there was multiple kills going on.
There's multiple kills all the way. It was in top lane, now in mid lane in the mid lane jungle. This poor Xin Shao is trying to run. He flashes away, trying to get it, and he actually gets away. So that's respectful for him.
Keep running, Xin.
Yeah, we got Urgot pushing this top lane, and he's getting these tower plays. He's getting lots of gold, so this is good for him. And in bot lane, Morgana's trying to hold this in, but she's getting pelted by Jin's bullets. He got the 4th shot and the W snipe on her.
So this is where you're going to be crashing into that tower. Well, I guess not. I thought if it was me on this strategy, I'd be pushing that tower a little harder than they're doing right now.
It looks like they're possibly worried about ganks because they don't have any wards over here, so they don't want to risk anything. They don't want to give the Swashbucklers any chance of victory. Yeah. They want to try and just keep as much, but the higher the chance of win for them, basically.
So if you're the Homerians right now, you want ward control, you want vision control, you want to be able to see everything your opponent is doing. Yeah.
Oh, wait, is this another kill? Nope, she flashes away just for safety, so that was good for her. But now she doesn't have flash is the problem. So if she were to come back in the lane, LeBlanc could abuse that.
Yeah, now flash is, if I remember right, roughly a 240 to 300 second cooldown. So that's a couple of minutes that you're going to be without flash.
It's actually 300 seconds.
There we go. That's a couple of minutes that you're without an ability to escape.
Yep. Oh, and we got Urgot over here attacking the poor Mundo. Will he use his ult, or will he just auto attack?
Oh, you're just going to retreat there. You got to respect that tower and that minion wave coming in at the same time.
Urgot does have ult. He could kill Mundo with ult if he wanted to, but he's just not in range. Oh, we have Xin Xiao going to his jungle. He doesn't know. He's level 4 and Lee is level 6. So this could be a very one-sided fight if they were to fight each other.
If you're Xin, you're running away at this point. You want nothing to do with Lee Sin in the jungle.
Oh, Zin's in a very bad spot once again. He's surrounded by the enemy team. He's going back into Lee. He's getting hit. LeBlanc cut off his passageway.
Toast.
Yep, wasn't able to do
buttery
anything.
Toast, everybody. So if you're Xin Xiao, if you are the Homerians right now, you just took out their jungler, I'd be invading their jungle to take their stuff. Got to take all of the potential farm away from their jungler.
Yes, it's a very tough time to be a swashbuckler right now. It's 0-15. They are behind by 10k gold. Oh, looks like Kate just used her net trap in the wrong direction. And will this be a kill? Most likely. She took time to use a kill, so LeBlanc did not expect that and just was not able to get the final auto.
So very close. Kate just escaping by the skin of her teeth, but one of her teammates was not able to make it. So if you are the Swashbucklers right now, what would you be focusing on?
If I was the Swashbucklers, my faith would probably be very low at the moment because this is a very dreadful situation to be in. They need something, but right now they're just so behind they can't get anything, and they don't have an extremely late comp either. So if they were able to possibly get a really good fight in, oh, we'll see. Are they going to go for the tower dive?
No, I wouldn't tower dive just yet. Now I would tower dive. Now that the minion wave is there, take out the tower and try to
Lee Sin
take
does
out.
have kick. Oh, he's going to go for it. Oh, he kicked the Morgana into the enemy team, but they're not able to get any kills. Lee got another kill.
Got too much tower aggro on him.
And Lee fell to Morgana, but that's just a support. He doesn't mind giving the bounty to a support, so that's not too bad for him. And we look over here, Kate just not able to get away this time from the LeBlanc.
No, but it looks like they're going to be going for a tower on both top and bottom.
Yeah, they're working on them so far.
Those towers nearly gone.
Yeah, Jin got pretty much all the platings. If he hurries, he can get all the platings right there before 14 and get massive gold. But hey, the Swashbucklers are on the board now. That's something.
Well, it doesn't necessarily always mean that the team with the most kills ends up winning. Sometimes you got to play a little bit more strategy than that.
That is very true. And right here, we see LeBlanc jumping on the Xin Xiao. It looks like, is she playing with her prey? She's only just autoing this poor man.
Well, why would he was very weak at that point? Why would you waste any skills?
She didn't need to use skills.
Because Lee Sin looks like he's going to take down this Ocean Drake.
Yeah, that's true. And MF just used her ult, and Jin is half health, so it did do some damage, but just not enough.
So that Ocean Drake is going to be taken uncontested.
And Urgot's still heavy pushing top. And now with this, oh, another kill mid lane for LeBlanc. But with the Ocean Drake, that only increases their dominance, because that gives them both health regen and mana regen out of combat.
Oh, looks like they're going to be catching you up.
Yep, they got the MF. She got slowed.
Too far away from that tower, but that tower is already weak, so that's not going to be a good place for Morgana to be sticking around.
Oh, well, yep, Lee was able to catch up to the Morgana with a ward hop, because that's one of his specialties. He's able to hop to one of his allies, and he can ward hop to a lot of things. He can ward hop to a minion, a ward. I think he can probably ward hop the Tibbers, I believe so as well.
So you're going to be I would be going a hard tower push at this point to try to take down that secondary tower.
Yeah, they're working on this. Caitlyn using her ult, but gets completely nullified by the Braum shield. So it looks like they have a really nice composition against the Swashbucklers team.
So there's still all kinds of stuff. It looks like top lane has had their towers gone as well, but we got teamfight action in the bottom lane.
Let's see what's going on over here. They got 4 members over here against their 3, but I don't know if that really spells anything well for them.
So the Homerians taking a little bit bit of a break, you know, be like, I'm going to go back to base,
Spend
buy
our
some more
gold.
items, come back even stronger than before.
It looks like we got a little bit of action. We have the Xin Xiao flashing away from most likely certain death.
There's only 2 of them down there against the 3. They've had...
And Caitlyn just got blown up as soon as we put our eyes on her. Poor Caitlyn. She's having a real hard time. It looks like Zin's trying to fight them off by himself with Morgana right there, but she's not able to provide much support, unfortunately, because her abilities were on CD. She's doing her best. She uses her ult, but she got stunned before she could finish it and now gets executed by the Jin W.
So this match almost certainly is going to be going the way of the Homerians.
Yeah, this match went exactly of how the Homerians wanted it to go. They were able to control the map. They were able to have increasing lane dominance, be able to win everything. The Swashbucklers just, unfortunately, just could not do anything. Every time they...
Tower going down, and it looks like shortly mid-tower is going to be going as well.
They're working on the towers one at a time. Right now, if I was Lee Sin, I would get Shelly and start hard pushing one lane. Because Shelly could... There's actually a fun thing. If you were able to get Shelly all the way in Nexus, she does a little dance.
Huh. So top tower, second going down,
and
as
LeBlanc
Caitlyn
fighting.
goes down.
Oh, there's the new Xin ultimate as well. That actually stops all range attacks from hitting if you're outside that circle. But that doesn't matter to LeBlanc as it runs out and she flashes W's and finishes off the kill. And we got Mundo still trying to hold off this wave. He's setting himself on fire. Wait, will LeBlanc get a double kill over here? She is half health, but that does not matter.
She just hopped in, flashed out to get that one kill.
She actually didn't flash out. She used her W again because she leaves behind a clone for every time she does her little hops. And she could teleport back to those clones as well. It's pretty insane. She's a really strong champion. She's a really strong assassin for just taking out, doing bursts of damage and just being able to get away for free.
So it looks like Inhibitor Tower is going down in mid lane, which means Inhibitor is following, which probably means that's going to be game.
Oh, and they hit. Oh, Lee Sin got the flash ultimate, just the style on the poor Xin, who's doing his best. And now they're getting this. They'll most likely either work on top lane, since that has the closest minions to it, or they'll just keep pushing. MF got it. She got a two-man ultimate, but unfortunately just not able to hold it off. They're hard pushing this now.
The advantage of 20k gold at this point is just too much.
And it looks like Morgana just could not do anything. Looks like she just froze in fear from the endless assault that they were bringing onto them.
So that is pretty much going to do it, and I'm basically calling it at this point that the Homerians are going to take this second match.
Who knows? The Swashbucklers might come back. MF, oh wait, MF's ult is on cooldown. Looks like she can't get the ultimate ult off.
Yep, there go the Nexus Towers.
There goes the Kate.
And that's game right there.
Yeah, this is game. The Homerians take this W, and that's their second win, and they win this bracket. And their next opponents will most likely be L&D, the winners of last one.
Well, it is round robin for this first time around, so
fair enough.
It might not be the first matchup. Pandas could be their next match, but that's going to be it for this match. Your winners are going to be the Homerians. So Bandit Pandas and Swashbucklers are going to go on this next match. So we'll take a short break and get that game all set up.
And good luck to both teams.